Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear?
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most horrible.
I don't think I want a nerdy guy anymore. These comments and messages have been absolutely horrible. One guy messaged me and said that he hoped I got graped at MomoCon. So now I don't know, I don't feel welcome or safe to even go into nerdy spaces. So I think my best bet is to just find a guy that loves me enough to do nerdy things with me. Because this has been pretty horrible. Way to scare off the women, guy.
First, I want to say, right, there are good and bad people in everything, right? It doesn't matter your gender, your hobby, your race does not equate you being a good person or a bad person. It's like people are not born a nerd and they're bad people. People are not born a man and they're a bad person. People are not born black, Asian, or whatever, they're automatically a bad person. No, they're just are bad or good, plain and simple. This is a thing where her logic is flawed. Where, okay, fine, she finds a man that's not into geeky things and just loves her enough to tolerate the geekiness. But what if he treats her bad? So now, not even men that's not into geeky things she's into. It's like, the key word is like, love you. These are strangers. These are strangers. This is a thing where I find women are so disconnected by reality. Because women think that our non-geeky guys not toxic. Are non-geeky guys not creepy? It's like, it's not because you're a geek, you're creepy, right? Or terrible or toxic. No, that doesn't, there's good people in everything. There's bad people in everything as well. This is where you got to disconnect where, oh my God, I had a bad experience with one person or a couple person. Now every person that's related to it is terrible. I swear them off. So essentially, now that you swear off geeky people, guys that aren't geeky, if they treat you bad, do you swear off those guys as well? So then what's left? No guys, which is fine, right? If you want to stay single, childless, and not deal with men ever, okay, but then what? So you deal with women. So what if women treat you bad? So now you swear off women too. So you swear off everybody, because the few people that you interact with give you bad experiences. Now you swear off every single human being. That's great. That's a really great way to go about things. And how about understand that, you know what? These people are toxic, plain and simple. Doesn't mean others are. That's the thing where I should look at the character of a person instead of the superficial connotation of them. They're a geek, they're a man, they're a woman, they're, gay, lesbian, whatever. The superficial things. Instead of, you know what type of person they are inside, their character, their personality. How about that? Honestly, this is women's failing, right? Well, honestly, this is why I believe a lot of women are single in the dating market, because of that ideology. And again, date whoever you want. Date whoever you want. But this mindset, it's not going to get you nowhere, in my opinion, right? I'm not telling people who to date. I'm telling you know what? Really think about it critically. This mindset will fail. That is absolutely disgusting. It's really disgusting. I hate human beings like that are just absolutely so creepy and dangerous. But this is something I wanted to talk about, where we don't live in a utopia, right? We don't live in a world where it's men free. We don't. That is reality. That is never going to change. At least I doubt it. So this is something that women need to understand. This is why the idea of men that provide and protect. Okay, as much as women hate men or think that they are free of men, this is the point, one of the points of having a man. Protects you from other men. And like I said, it's a reality that we all face. There will always be bad people out there. Men or women. In this case, yes, that's a creepy ass bad man. But there are bad women out there. I'm not trying to compare, I'm just saying that that's reality. There are good and bad people out there. What is needed, right, that women seem to forget, that older generations realizes that there are men that's there for protecting you, because the world is harsh, the world is cruel, the world does not work how you want the world to work, right? So that's one thing I've always find that modern women neglect and forget, the importance of having a man, okay? Having a man that can be there for you, can protect you from the world at large. That's the point. But, you know, I'm in all support of women carrying, right? Carrying. You know, I think it's important in this world today to carry, right? So if you so adamant of not having a man, then carry. I'm in all support because this is disgusting to me. I do not support this, right? I'm a big supporter of good men, right? I advocate for good men, but I am disgusted by men like this. I am, right? I'm disgusted by creeps like this. So I just wanted to make a point that women have neglected the idea of having a good man beside them to protect, right? To protect you from the world. But fine, if you're so strong, independent, you don't need no man, cool. I'm in all support of women carrying.
You know how incels are obsessed with the notion of Chads and Tyrones, and they think that if a guy is 6 foot and super good looking, women will do anything to be with him, no matter how terrible he is as a person. Well, a guy on Twitter has basically proved their point. As an experiment, he made a profile on one of the dating apps using these really attractive guys' photos, and he wrote in the bio, "I have a criminal record for beating a woman, but we all have a past." And this is the photo that he chose to use, just some super good looking, generic Chad type guy. Now, personally, this would put me off matching a guy. Apparently it didn't put some women off. And this fake profile of a woman beater got over 800 matches in 48 hours, which, if this is true, is really freaking messed up. Also, the amount of women messaging him first is upsetting me. Because not only have they matched him, but they're going out their way to pursue him. And it's super reminiscent of when that model got arrested and his mugshot started circulating and all the women were like, oh, he can attack me, I don't mind. So messed up. So yes, any of these 800 ladies, if you're watching, you've very much let yourselves down, you've let womanhood down, and please don't match with guys who openly admit to beating their exes.
Also, let's not forget Wade Wilson, okay, who was gotten a fan club after killing 2 women. A fan club, droves of women, like, wishing to be with him. This is the thing where, here's the thing, right? Both men and women are superficial, but at least men don't deny it, right? Men don't perceive themselves holier than thou. Women do. Women always think that, oh, we're not superficial, we don't care about height, it's not about looks, it's not about that, or, you know, we don't ignore red flags, you know, men are lying to us, all this stuff, you know, men are cheaters, men are liars. Like, how would you know if men are, you know, lying when you get with them? No, this is the thing, you do know. You see the red flags, okay? You just choose to ignore them. That's the thing. I said this before, right? It doesn't matter what gender you are, what race you are. There are good and bad people in everything. Doesn't matter race or gender, right? There are toxic people in every demographic, every kind of group. This is the thing, like I said, it's only because women perceive themselves holier than thou. It's always think that, oh, men are terrible, men are cheaters, always this. No, people do bad things. That's it, right? People either, you know, are attracted to looks. People do, right? People will ignore red flags purely just for looks. People will be abusive, be toxic, whatever. It's people. Not because of your gender that makes you something special. No, it's character, right? What kind of character you are, what kind of morality you are. So things like this just proves it, right? You hear it time and time again. Like, even back in the day, right? You hear the stories with serial killers, where women say that these men are unassuming, right? They would not expect these men to be evil or terrible. Some of them would say these men are attractive. And yes, these men that are on death row, that are criminals, they have fan clubs. Women going crazy about these men. So yeah, let's just break that stigma that, oh yeah, men are terrible, men are superficial, men objectify women. Really? No, women are no better. Also, that shows you, right? These women are going the extra mile. Like those icons are super likes. Like some of them you have to pay for. Those women are going the extra mile and replying to him first. Right? They're replying to him first. And you see under other messages or other examples where he even says, he goes further and says more red flags, like, oh, I don't even shower. And women are like, okay, that's fine, I don't care. It's like, this is the thing where, why you think men say, men think it's ridiculous that, oh, they have to pay for dates or go the extra mile. When, if women are attracted to you, if women want you, they will go to a McDonald's with you, right? If women want you, they will go on a walk date with you, okay? If women want you, they will accept beyond the bare minimum, okay? It's only when they don't find you attractive, when they don't want you, that they expect more from you. But men see it. When they're attracted to you, they will give it to you on the first night. They will accept the bare minimum. So that's
how attractive do you have to be for people not to care if you've done horrible things? This person created a dating profile and said, I have a criminal record for blanking a woman. But we all have a past. For reference, this is the photo the gentleman used, so model tier, high PSL. The original post alleges he got 800 matches in 48 hours. Now, I haven't used these apps in over 4 years, but obviously there's a limited amount of swipes people have. At least that's how I understand it. Here, they're even messaging him first. And to go a step further, I believe these gold hearts mean they super liked you. 13th of September, 2024, so literally this last week. Willing to make an exception for blue eyes, question mark? They match. Seems like a yes. Exceptions can be made. Good. I must admit, I don't shower. I don't shower. You must be joking. I like my natural musk. I'm sure you will. You do look like you'd smell nice, so I'll take your word for it. I said a month ago that you can do anything if you're attractive. People will give you more forgiveness and more opportunities, and there are so many examples of this. If you're really beautiful, you can stink like shit.
This was the recent Bachelorette, okay? Shooting her shot at Max Strauss. I don't really know who he is, but a basketball player. And a little while ago, there were people online saying, why aren't men supporting her? Why weren't Asian men supporting her when supposedly they, I don't know, I guess controversy, or they painted her in a negative light, or they put her down, whatever. Asking for men to support, or Asian men to support. Why? Okay? When now you get your 15 minutes of fame, you're going after basketball players of a different race. And I don't care if you date outside your race, but this is a thing where you don't expect men to come to your aid when you don't even want those men, okay? You don't come to your aid when really, now I don't know this man personally, but in my opinion, okay, athletes are usually notoriously known as not the most monogamous group of people. Now I'm not saying all, right? Or I'm not even saying majority, but the image of it is that they're not the most monogamous of group of people, okay? So for a woman that picked a supposedly terrible man in her season finale or whatever, right? And then he broke up with her or whatever. And then people are calling outrage and stuff like that. Well, honestly, in my opinion, it's indicative. She doesn't have a good, most women, in my opinion, especially when they're still single, when they're decent looking, still single in their, later years or whatever, or having issues with dating, there's a reason. Probably they are attracted to and they attract terrible men. Men that really aren't really into commitment, or men that wouldn't want to commit to you. So really, there's no surprise that the man that she chose in her season finale wasn't into her, didn't want to commit to her. Not surprising now that she wants an athlete that by as a probability, probably wouldn't be into her still, right? Or wouldn't want to commit to her. So really, this is just like indicative of a lot of modern day women where, this is why men really don't necessarily have sympathy for women in the dating market, because women have bad choice in men, right? They really do. Now, again, I don't know this man, but balance of probability, you cannot think that, I'm gonna get with an athlete and he will faithfully stay with me, in my opinion. But there's no surprise that this is what she's going for. So that's what I'm saying. You can't expect men to support women in the dating market. I'm all in support of women achieving their career, their education, but really because they work harder and they actually put actual thought into it. When it comes to men, they really don't. They really don't.
How do guys get a girl like me and have her cry every night? Like, how do you manage to be such a dingus, like literally such a douchebag, that you have me crying every night over stupid shit? Like, why are guys like this? Like, genuinely. Like, I'm over here giving chances to people who ain't my type. And for what? And for literally fucking what? Like, let me know.
Guys, how many guys are women dating? Right? When women kind of say men, guys, like multiple, how many men are you dating right now? Are women not dating one man? Or are they actually with multiple men? If you're with multiple men, then you can see the reason why you are suffering. And this is the foolishness of it. You picked him, right? You picked him. It's like, what? You picked these multiple men that treat you terribly. That has to say that, you know what? You are poor judge in character. Okay? You can't pick them. You're terrible at it. And also, what makes you so special? You said picking you as like, why? What? Like, they're fumbling the bag. They're fumbling you. What? It's like, okay, what? It's just because you look nice, you look good. That's why you're so special. I mean, here's the thing where women can understand that supposedly not their type, but I'm pretty sure these men are, probably have more than just one woman, or have options, more options than just one, right? So really, you're not necessarily picking the bottom of the barrel men, okay? So this is the thing, is like, it's ego, right? Where a lot of women don't realize that to the men that they want, right, they don't bring a lot to the table, right? They don't provide enough for these men that are different than, let's say, other women that they can get. So really, these men will treat you bad. because you're nothing special to these men that you, as a woman, is attracted to. That's the thing what women can't understand. You are attracted to these men. These are the men you picked. The men you picked, they don't value you, okay? They don't treasure you. They don't think you're anything special. And probably you're not. You're probably not that special. You know, you probably don't give much to him besides maybe the box, right? So these men don't value you. So how about actually picking someone different, okay? How about picking someone that's morally sound? A man that, you know what, would respect you, would love you. A man that, you know what, wants monogamy. Once he sees value in you. I think that's a different type than the men that you or most women are choosing nowadays.